Hi guys, welcome to MSP Talks and Stammers podcast. Yeah, here we are going to discuss about Shesha and Kruti. Okay, and hi Andy and hi Aniket. Welcome.
Hi,
Hi,
Subbu.
Subbu.
Yeah. Okay. First we'll talk about Shesha and Andy. You're from Jammu. I think
Yeah,
you should go first.
uh, no, that's not
Okay.
the that shouldn't be the criteria, but
Yeah.
I will take the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have we have listened a lot about Vikram Batra growing up because
Yeah.
this is really common in
India.
household in especially Jammu because there is a tradition in our
Okay.
culture that people go in army oftenly.
Okay.
So there are a lot of even I have appeared NDA twice
Okay.
just because peers was doing it. I didn't had the passion to go there.
Okay.
It was just everybody was doing it, and we have listened a lot. And there is always a fascination with the army
Yeah.
when you are in teens and
Yeah.
all.
Even I
So we
had.
have listened about. I used to think that Batra was from Jammu only because
Okay.
there was so much of talk, and we have something. What you call in English, a smarak type of him in Jammu.
Mm.
Okay.
So I used to think that
Memorial.
he was from Memorial.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
thanks. So we I used to think that he was from Jammu, but later I got to know that he was from Himachal. He hailed from Himachal. He was
Yeah.
from Jack Rifles, so 13
Yeah.
Jack Rifles. So
Yeah.
that's why it's really and predominantly he served in Jammu. So that's why we hear a lot of him, hear about a lot of him. So there was a lot of fascination. Then LOC Kargil in 2003 or 4 maybe.
Oh.
That was one
1999,
film
right?
that,
1999.
huh?
Yeah.
1999.
No,
99.
1999. No. LOC
Oh.
Kargil is not
No, I think he's
1999.
talking about film that Abhishek Bachchan and
LOC
Yeah.
Kargil,
Yeah.
19.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I am
film.
talking about the film. So,
Film. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the film. So,
Yeah.
that film, Abhishek Bachchan
Yeah. Played the role
did
of
his
Batra.
did his role, but portrayed his character. But at that time, because we ain't knew about Batra and all, so and Abhishek Bachchan didn't had an image of a solid actor.
Yeah.
So what we thought that he's acting childishly, and he's making a mockery of out of the character of Vikram Batra,
Okay.
and that was the thing. But later we grew and it just read a lot that he got accolades for the role,
Okay.
that
Oh, I
the
didn't know
people
that.
who worked served alongside Batra praised Abhishek Bachchan that his portrayal looked a little real, looked
Okay.
a lot a lot of realism was there. So we were like that. And later when we hear about what what the guy was and how he used to conduct himself and how spirited he was, so that made a sense after a while. So and now with Shershaah also, everyone has his worries with Siddharth Malhotra in the project.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Like before the release of the film. Yeah.
So before the release of the movie, I think that has been that is just out of the question now,
Yeah.
and that is to do lot of with the tone of the film. Now this film is not Uri the Surgical Strike.
Yeah.
This is not an intense drama.
Yeah.
It is a war film. It has that plot, but it is not a war, out and out war film.
Yeah.
You see a love story is also there, but there is just a small anecdote, uh, a really small anecdote about him, his fascination with the army in uh, in the TED talk his brother gave
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, in the movie
Yeah. Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
That TED talk is also a real thing. It is on the YouTube if you
Okay.
want to watch
I
it.
haven't watched. Okay. I
Uh,
should watch.
that that is a real TED talk. He has talked about his brother um, in that TED talk. So that was a real thing, and it was really nice of them that they put this all through. That, because that TED talk is a real thing. So when you put it, you know that it coming from a real place. So I things so these are some things that I liked about the film. I like the technical stuff, the VFXs that has been done for the film. They are just they are very good by
Yeah.
cinema standards in India.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
things,
Raw
these
film. It's
VFXs were really well executed.
yeah.
I think I have not watched more much films of Vishnu Vardhan.
Yeah.
Uh, just hear his name for the
Yeah.
first time because
Yeah.
he's involved in the film. But he came to me as a director who has a good, who has a master in this technical expertise. He has really good eye for it, and the action has been choreographed, conceptualized really, really well. That works really well, you can say. The tension, but there, and the screenplay after the tension in Kargil starts is really comes to its element. I think the film comes to its element when the tension in Kargil starts,
Yeah. Yeah.
if I put so. So that is where the film starts, grips you, gets you sucked in, because the tension is there. Although you may have watched LOC Kargil, or you may have
Yeah.
Googled, or you may have watched the TED talk only, but this is the thing with the cinema. It should be what you know, what may you ever know, but that thing you are watching on the screen should be able to captivate you. So
Yeah.
that happens in the film, in that part. And apart from that, that was the really good thing in it. The other thing is in the screenplay, how they incorporated or they used the camaraderie between the soldiers and the army officials, and they used it to a good effect.
Yeah.
So all of the characters that you see have really good, you connect with the character of Vikram Batra through this film more because of that, because of the camaraderie. The officers in the film, the every guy, official or soldier, character, especially basically the character,
Yeah.
every
Okay.
character
Okay.
is paying the, is like means complimenting him.
Yeah.
What I wish to say, that they are really that it looks like that this guy does something when he is doing something brave. It comes out as bravery when you are alive. It's bravery. If you die,
Yeah.
someone says that you are stupid. So they know that what it's going to transpire, and there is scenes like that. And that's one thing in the film, that his boss told him that what your father and mothers do,
Yeah.
because this kind of bravery is generally hereditary.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is something very army thing. That is a
Yeah.
very army thing. The code of conduct and the characters that they have to I was thinking that what you can do with a Nikitan Dheer or a Shiv Pandit, but they served well. And the screenplay and the director has used them in a really good way,
Yeah.
for that to say. Even the guy Raj Arjun, if you guys have watched Dear Comrade,
Yeah, yeah. I watched.
so there were in Dear Comrade, Raj Arjun played the main, the villain.
Villain. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
I
I remember. I remember. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
huh.
who's Raj
I
Arjun
totally
character?
forgotten about. Bro, that
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Joshi.
yeah, yeah. That coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I totally forgot. Yeah, he was there in Dale Comrade. Yeah, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
also
he
forget.
was
Sorry,
in Dear
sorry.
Comrade. He came into his shot to fame in a Indian films, in Hindi films, was a 2017 film called I forget, The Secret Superstar.
Yeah, like
Secret Superstar.
the father
He
of
played the father.
the. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Father of Zaira Wasim
Yeah,
in the film.
he did a very good
Uh,
performance in that.
his
Yeah.
performance in that film was very
Yeah,
good,
because
and
we'll get like we'll be like who the hell are you? If I see you basically mean I'll kill you, man. Like that kind of angry we'll have for that character. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but
That's
that's
the best
only
thing
the
about
job
the.
of the actor,
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm
that
thinking.
whatever you feel about the character, you feel about that guy who's
That guy,
playing it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's where Raj Arjun, he underutilized, but whenever he comes to screen, he does the thing where he was needed. And here's where cinema, you have to employ your cinematic skills, you have to employ the creativity, because you know he's going to die. Where when it going to end, you know where it is going to end. This is the thing with biopics and remakes, that you already know
yeah,
that what is going to transpire
yeah,
eventually, but how you make it, how you make it, how you go about that, basically. That is the thing, and he did that really well, I must say.
yeah,
The screenplay writers and the director, they gave about the, I must say that the section they could have skipped in the screenplay. You can't have a section in a matlab, means like if you want to display portray a character, a solid character, why you will put that these guys also go, um, yeah, like I want to say that you are portraying some guy as an hero. So in Indian films, in Indian cinema, we don't like to put our lead character into vulnerability. He
yeah,
must not be vulnerable. But these guys take a hold when the shelling is happening. And actually in the Kargil war, it how this war was tough. Why this war was tough for Indian army? Why it is such a achievement for
yeah.
the army?
Because like
Because they had
yeah,
the tactical advantage, they had the
yeah,
geographical advantage,
yeah, yeah,
and all that you have just a 10-15 minute scene, and you put it there, and you have to defend yourself, you have to hide, because you can't do anything before the shelling.
yeah,
There is nothing that you can do. You are you are in a area with in high altitude, short of breath, and you are already in high altitude, short of breath, and you have to climb, you have to track on a steep slope, and when bullets are coming your way. So that's where they have put that how this war was difficult, and it has been put really genuinely. And when you watch these characters, watching their mates dying. You look at them and you feel for
Feel for them.
them as well, feel for the characters as well.
Yeah.
Their intention for to create all this is that what I want to appreciate, that
Yeah.
you uh, that they thought of it. Let we put it this way, or the other way, they could have go for a jingoistic approach. Every now and then, Bharat Mata ki jai. So that's how. So it has been kept really real. Even when he comes, there is a dialogue in the film in which he says that I will not say anything thing patriotic because you are patriots, and that's why you are here. So it's a really short dialogue, but it says a lot.
Yeah.
Now, this is all what I liked about the film, and I also like the performances
Okay.
of the actors. Um, I won't say that their acting skill was top notch, but they fitted into character really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
The chemistry between Kiara Advani and Siddharth
Siddharth.
Malhotra was very good. And now I want to start the what I felt that could have been better in the film, because this only thing, that this chemistry between Kiara and Siddharth looks the chemistry between Kiara and Siddharth only. Doesn't looks like the chemistry
Yeah.
between between Dimple and
Vikram.
Vikram. It didn't felt like it because yeah, there were a lot of things. There were the accent, there were the Punjabi that they were trying to pull off. If they would have negated it, would have been a lot better. And the tone of the film, the tone of the film can have been a little more intense, because after Udi, we have an audience who can watch an
Yeah. Yeah.
intense war drama. That was not a war drama, that was a mission film, more
Yeah.
of a
Yeah.
mission film. But now the
Like, but
audiences are
people
pretty to this.
like that kind of films. People like that kind of
Now
war
now
films.
they have
Yeah.
developed the taste for
They're
it.
used to it. Yeah.
Now they have developed the taste for it, so you can
Yeah.
actually do that, but they ain't went for it. And it takes time, the film takes time. And it's feels like a little unnecessary when the love story, because it's not completely believable. It's likable because the actors have a good chemistry between them.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like it is not a slog, but it doesn't, in some point you think like that it doesn't felt into the place.
Yeah.
It's good. It's there is nothing I want to say nothing bad about it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
could have been better if they have tried to make it a little, because they had the anecdotes, they worked with the
Yeah.
anecdotes, because that's the real thing, that what happened, what he did to her when both of them go to a gurudwara. That's a real incident that had happened.
Okay.
So there are a lot of anecdotal things, so they have used that anecdotes to give information about his life. They haven't put themselves really hard on the table to work on the screenplay to develop those. They have straight away took that anecdotes and put them straight into the film. So I have a little bit of that. They could have developed
Yeah.
that story,
Yeah. Okay.
could have a little, but they ain't. So that is a little thing for me.
Yeah.
So that was it, what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Aniket.
Like, so
Yeah.
most of the point have been told by Andy. So I
Yeah.
won't take more time. I'll just say
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I like. and what I didn't. Okay, so what I like about that film, I have already told you, Subbu, that initially like those Punjabi scenes, like like they both the couples are talking in Punjabi. That thing I like because you won't see such thing like using original language of characters in Bollywood films. Mostly they use Hindi only, or roughly they will use one or two sentences of that particular language. Okay, that one thing. Another thing, which what you see in typical Bollywood films, like those dance songs, and to increase the like masala film, more masala films. So I didn't see that in this film. They have used songs, but they are with relevance to film. Okay. One more thing, they have their message, what they wanted to give through film, like they indirectly they gave us. Okay, like if you take the example of this film Bhuj, so directly through dialogues they were trying to show the patriotism or nationalism through dialogues. But in these films, you won't see any of such dialogues which will
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
tell you about this nationalism or patriotism, like you should like that. Okay. And another thing, when it comes to acting, I didn't like Kaira's acting. As Andy already said, the chemistry between them, like I don't know, but I didn't feel that romantic, that their relationship. Yeah, but the thing, no, like we already knew that Siddharth's character will die by the end. So, but still, when that cremation scene was there, like when her that Siddharth's mom cries
yeah,
while taking his cap. So
yeah,
that scene really like yeah. So it so I got goosebumps at that
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that
cried out.
scene
Yeah,
was
yeah, I cried for the last
yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah, literally, yeah, same. Yeah, I didn't cry, but yeah, that scene was really very astounding. And other things like the song, yeah, songs. Few of the songs were very good, and uh, there, yeah. What I didn't like is that in the VFX was good. Overall, VFX was good, especially those aerial scenes, those mountains. Yeah, but in two scenes I found wrong. Like VFX, I think their VFX went wrong. In one scene when those Pakistani soldiers they are climbing that mountain, so it wasn't very realistic. I didn't see very like realism in that. And another scene was in the last when those military men what they fires in the air, like those 5 or 6 military men stands in a queue and they fires in the air. So at that time the dust uh, you can see dust, but it wasn't looking that realistic. Yeah, and another main thing is about the screenplay. The screenplay holds you from the beginning to end. So they have very finitely written screenplay. So you won't find any illogical things in that. Even in dialogues were very nice. So you won't find anything illogical or anything extra added. The film was up to mark, and that's and Siddharth's acting.
Yeah, I think it's
Siddharth's
best.
acting, yeah, sorry, yeah, his acting. I have never seen because I didn't I I when I saw the trailer, I thought like I should watch it, but before that, I had no plans of watching Siddharth Malhotra's film. Yeah, so his acting was very fabulous, and I think it's his best till the
Yeah,
date. And direction, I have seen Vishnuvardhan's Billa Tamil film
yeah,
before this. Yeah, and that was good, but I didn't like it that much. But this was amazing, yeah, and technical factors, especially those sound design. It was very up to mark. You can't
yeah,
like
yeah.
in very few scenes you can find out some technical blocks. Otherwise, the very like almost out of 5, I will give 4.5 to this film, like especially for technical factors
Yeah,
and for story screenplay, and it's good. It's really good. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
you
For
Subbu.
Yeah,
me,
I will.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
Andy.
Yeah, I will like to add that for the songs, I just didn't like the song that they used in the climax.
Mhm,
That in the end, when
Mm,
his body arrives his
mhm,
home, I didn't like
mm.
that song. That is
mhm.
a 4 5 year old song, 5 year old song, I think.
That's
Okay,
released
So,
this song
okay.
last
This,
week.
huh?
this
Then
remix
yeah,
is.
they took it and they
Oh,
have used it.
oh, I
Oh,
didn't know this.
okay.
So,
I didn't know this.
so actually, it was a song for if you guys know Punjabi.
I can understand Punjabi.
I
Aniket
even
Giri.
know the difference
Yeah,
between Hindi and
So
Punjabi,
the
but
song's
yeah,
name is Man Parya.
yeah,
okay.
okay, okay.
The song's name is Manparya, and the original song, the theme was that it was for the the song was about a girl. The girl sings the song about his lover who has
Oh,
lost interest in him.
oh,
So they used that song in the ending. So I
oh
was
my
a little,
God.
yeah, this it doesn't fit in for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, although yeah, that Dharma production has a thing with the Beep Rock after
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Teri Mitti. So
Hmm.
they want to use his song, so you can't do anything. But that song was a little. Another thing in the film that if you talk about detailing,
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
the the two Kashmiri characters that they use, the father and the son in the film, their dialect doesn't come across to you genuine.
Okay.
There is no Kashmiri
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Exactly, exactly. I didn't
uh,
spot
uh,
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
Right,
yeah,
right.
there was no Kashmiri in that, but even that, even then, it
So
doesn't
they were
comes
speaking in Hindi,
straight
you
to you.
mean?
Yeah,
They were speaking
because
in
whenever,
Hindi.
yeah, but
Yeah,
whenever any
yeah.
Kashmiri
Okay.
speaks in Hindi, you can recognize he is from Kashmir or his mother
Yeah,
tongue
I
is
think
Kashmiri.
I've seen something from Family Man season one. They have this Kashmiri thing, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They had
there's this accent
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
there. If you
because
will watch Heather, you will know it.
yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
watched
Vishal
either, but
Bharadwaj. Yeah,
yeah, I watched
Yeah.
either, but I didn't know because I didn't know the difference between Hindi or Punjabi or Kashmiri. Like
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
biggest problem with the
But
South
you
Indians.
would,
And
yeah.
your mother tongue is Kashmiri, no? Or
No,
Hindi?
my mother tongue is not Kashmiri.
Yeah, I've asked this question.
But
Yeah,
I have been raised in Jammu and Kashmir, so I know. So there, I have grown amongst people who have their mother tongue as Kashmiri.
Mm.
oh,
Yeah,
So I know.
yeah.
yeah,
What's your
okay,
mother
yeah.
So,
tongue?
but,
Hindi.
huh? My
What?
mother tongue is Dogri.
Oh, Dogri, I know it's spoken in north, like Himachal and Kashmir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
Hi,
the
hi,
Himachal,
Charan.
what Himachal speaks is actually Himachali. Actually, Dogri is a mix between Himachali and
Mm.
Punjabi.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have heard that
Okay.
this in your Dogri culture there is like in jewelry and in clothes. Yeah, the jewelry is very famous. No,
But it
Dogri culture.
it it would may have been can I bringing us accolades around here. I have never
Yeah.
Okay.
listened
Yeah.
about that,
Okay.
but heard about that, but it may have.
Mm.
Dogri actually it was an Himachali conqueror that came into
Yeah.
Jammu named
Yeah.
Jambulochan.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
oh,
after
One thing,
that,
meeting.
our
Yes.
I didn't know this.
Sorry for interrupting.
so
Sorry. Yeah, like the meeting is gonna end in like
And-
in 8 minutes.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
So we have to arrange another meeting. So before that, I'll finish my points and then we'll do
Yeah, yeah.
another
So
meeting.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah. And hi,
Yeah.
Charan. Hi, Charan.
Hello,
Hmm?
hello,
Yeah,
hello.
yeah, yeah,
Hi. Hi,
yeah,
Hey, Saran.
Hi, Charan.
hi, Andy. So,
yeah.
what are we talking about?
Yeah, we were talking about Shershaah. Yeah,
Okay, okay, okay.
yeah. Like the thing I really loved about this film is like the first thing is I cried for a film after some I really don't know. This is the last time that I cried for a film. I don't cry usually, but this I don't know. I couldn't stop crying in the last 20 minutes and all. Like
Yeah.
I've been crying for the entire 20 minutes. Okay, and especially like you said that the parents were collecting that his cap and just things, like that that scene and all. Like I couldn't stop crying. Yeah, and also the this is they made a proper war film in India because they haven't have in India they haven't made that good proper war films and all. Like at one scene, I've got the remembrance of Saving Private Ryan by Spielberg. Yeah, when they were hiding behind the stones. That that is not stones. The rocks, you know. Yeah, I've got and yeah. Oh, yeah. So sorry.
No
And
problem, no
yeah,
problem.
yeah,
You can go.
and
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, and
say.
from one of the Siddharth Malhotra, yeah, I think this is best. Okay, I haven't seen Siddharth Malhotra is this good in a film, and the characters also they make you like they make you fall in love with every other mates. Okay, that thing I really loved in this film. You'll feel for everybody who dies in this film. Yeah, who died in this film. Yeah, whether the driver or this guy Subu. His name is Subu, right? No, not Subu didn't die. Like another guy. Like he
Uh,
acted in few films. Yeah,
uh,
few films. Yeah,
Ajay just wrote here. The guy who
yeah,
dies in the shelling.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Nikitan Deer played the
yeah, yeah,
character.
yeah. That
Yeah,
like
his
we
name was
feel for
Ajay, so just
everybody.
wrote here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And also I his brother. I I I I. I don't know whether he's a friend or brother of Siddharth Malhotra. That character, that a guy who's
The
little
guy with the mustaches.
the guy who used to say that he's a boy from Palampur. In like they both used to go for a wine shop, you know,
Yeah, where they go?
for a
Wine shop.
bar.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes. He's his friend.
yeah, he's a comedy actor, but here he's not a comedy
Sahil Bath.
actor. Yeah, like that I really love because I've seen him in a comedy films. I've seen him in a films where he's making jokes and all. But here he has something like very emotional things and all. And at the last when they were bringing the final things that are happening, like I was like I don't know. I, I don't know what to say. Like I cried. That's it. That's the yeah. I really loved it. Yeah, and Charan, what's your
Uh, uh,
thoughts about?
I'm here.
Yeah,
About Shershaah. Yeah.
yeah. Chase.
Okay. Okay. I usually start with a proper intro, but I came
Okay.
in between, so I'll just go with the
Yeah,
flow
okay.
and
We'll say this in the next part.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. Now. Just
So
yeah,
Shershaah is a film. It's like proper war film after Lakshya. I haven't watched LOC or Border. Those two films were like legendary movies in Bollywood, but I haven't watched those two. But I have watched Lakshya and You Are a Surgical Strike. I loved both. Um, I feel like I personally felt Siddharth Malhotra's career best movie is Shershaah. I personally feel it
like
because
everybody felt that. Yeah, we all felt.
sorry.
Yeah, we all felt the same. We all was saying the same.
Yeah, he has a potential which hasn't been explored much. I don't know why he did films like Marjavan or something. But
Yeah.
he was not quite in form after Kapoor and Sons. I didn't
Yeah.
see Kapoor and Sons too. I have to watch it very soon. But
That's a good film.
Shershaah is his career best film.
Yeah.
Even though in future Karan Johar thinks or wishes to make a film like this, it will never happen.
He didn't
Thanks
think.
for thanks for
Yeah.
Karan Johar for producing this film. And after Lakshya and Yuri, I have seen a good war film, a proper war film with a good VFX, good acting, good music. good songs, especially original songs from Bollywood. And the patriotism, which was not so direct on the face. It was like subtle. It just went through the veins, and I literally had tears in my eyes last 20 minutes. I literally had tears. And we here have to speak about the real Vikram Batra, who did
Yeah.
the war for us in 1999. He's a
Yeah.
legend. He's absolute legend.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
He's